welcome to this week's video. Yes, it is another pagan parenting video, and this week we will be talking about Ostara / spring equinox. If you want to learn more about Ostara and the spring equinox and some of the history about it, I will have my video from last year linked below. This is just about things that you can do with your children and your family for the holiday. Oh, the lighting's horrible. Like the sun, I'm at my mom's and the sun is going directly at me and it's changing a lot because she has like big windows, and then I have my mini little ring light, so it's kind of clashing. So, sorry. But anyways, moving on. So, first, things that you can do with your children is celebrate spring magic and nature's natural magic. You can go and decorate eggs, which I'll talk about later. It is the season of magic and rebirth, hence the bunnies and the eggs. So why not take advantage of it? Use the themes of Ostara, or what now has been Easter, and use it as a way to teach your children while also having fun. So doing these simple Ostara, spring equinox celebration techniques can really get them in tune with the earth, tune with the seasons, and to have fun and learn at the same time. So there are a ton of rituals that you can do for Ostara that are family friendly. You can try a simple meditation if your kids have the attention span for it, or your family can lean more towards like the fun type of things to do. There are a ton of rituals that you can go online. Usually I put links to everything I talk about, but there's so many out there that I really suggest, if you want to go that route, where you want to do some form of ritual, even if it's going out and thanking the earth for being reborn and thanking the goddess and everything. Yeah, there are so many out there. You can also get Easter candy and use the baskets, because that actually originates with Ostara. You can try a rebirth celebration, which is like a simple ritual in which you're welcoming the changing of the season, and you might do this through some theatrics or through drawings, arts, or just storytelling. There are some cartoons and books out there that kind of tell that, but it might be fun with like kids between 7 and 11 to kind of do the actual theatrical aspect. You can also do, again, meditations that focus on labyrinth type patterns, as well as rebirth and rejuvenating. Of course, these are probably for more older kids that also understand. The younger kids can do songs. There's a lot of songs just on YouTube alone for children and Ostara and spring equinox. You can also, I say this in every pagan parenting video, but an altar for the holidays. So again, you know, the normal spring colors that you would associate with Ostara, or Easter rather, if that's what you grew up around and are just recently becoming into pagan. It's very, very similar, very pastel, very bright, the colors of spring returning. So it's a renewal. Rebirth rituals of cleaning, which we'll get into in a second. Spring cleaning. So I said in the last pagan parenting video, that I strongly believe that in bulk was a good time to start the spring cleaning, though a lot of people do it at the spring equinox, Ostara time period. And by that, I meant more of like cleansing the energy and, you know, organizing, maybe going through and getting rid of things that no longer serve you. Because now we're at Ostara, or spring equinox, in which you're being reborn. So those things that no longer served you got rid of. So now it's all about going in depth and cleaning and bringing a better energy into your home for the rest of the year. So crafts, you can make bunnies in various type of fashions, whether it be painting, whether it be like molds, Play-Doh, all this kind of thing. Bunnies. Or you can buy like ones that are already made and paint them, decorate them. Spring greenery, flowers, flower crowns. As for eggs, you can use either real eggs if you are cool with that, or you can always get fake eggs that are ceramic or wooden, and those will actually last from year to year. And then you can kind of show your kids when they get older, like, look what you made when you were like 4, you know. So you can do like tie-dyed Ostara eggs, you can do natural egg dyeing. There are so many different things you can do. And with the ceramic and wooden ones, you can use more than just dyes and paints. You can get jewels, you can get lace, you can do all various crazy different things. Spring wreaths, yeah, it might be a little difficult with younger children, but they can still be involved. They can go with you to go pick out materials, what they want on there. They can maybe not use the hot glue gun if you're using hot glue gun, or weave correctly, but they can help put it together. Let's see, what else? Seeds. So you can plant seeds, and any age can do this. I started doing the planting the seeds with my daughter when she was 1.5 years. Wait, was she even a year? No, she wasn't even a year yet. Oh my God. The first time was actually when she was about 9 months. Yeah, 8 months because she was born. So 8 months old, and she planted marigolds. Of course, there's a lot of help at that time. So this is something that any age group can do, making your own little seed and watching it grow. The rebirth of Mother Earth. You can also make crafts with herbs, make various sachets, tying together herbs to brighten up the home and for renewal, bringing in positive energy, all that good kind of stuff. You can also make paper flowers using various, again, materials. As I said with the bunnies, you can paint, you can do the thing where you mix shaving cream and glue and paint, and so then it's puffy for the younger kids. That's kind of fun. You can also do like using, what's the word? I'm so out of it. You can collage flowers, which is kind of cool. And then for like older kids, doing, speaking of collages, making like a law of attraction type board. So what do they want to accomplish this upcoming year, and creating that for the rebirth of Mother Earth and putting it out there. So that's something too. You can also, if you want to give gifts out, have the kids like do the crafting of little cards or envelopes, coloring them, decorating them with various materials, and then having them pick seeds like sunflower seeds or something and putting them in and sending them out. And you can always like do cute little herb type crafts to put on the outside of the envelope or the card. Going out and reconnecting with Earth. Oh, and also for all the things I talked about too, you can do paper mache as well. So anyways, now back more focused onto reconnecting with the Earth. Going out and having nature walks now that the snow is melting, and if you live in an area where there isn't snow like there is here, good for you. But go out and reconnect with Earth, Mother Earth. Thank her. Feel the soil. Start going out maybe even to just a playground. So like where I am, it was nice and warm for a while, and then it just recently started snowing again right before the Sabbath, and it's just like, really? We were having spring weather here, guys. But even still, if it's still kind of cold out, you can still go out and do things. You can collect pine cones that you can save up. You can go and pick out rocks. There's still things to do. It's not too cold, even in Wisconsin, to the point where there's nothing you can do to reconnect, go by a river, etc. You can start planning your gardens that you're going to have throughout the year. If you are going to, you can plant the ones that will survive just through windows, which I've already started. But your kids can decorate the pots that you put them in, especially if you get the ceramic pots. That's a fun thing for them to do. And then recipes that kids will enjoy, such as Ostara bread, hot cross buns, vegan Rice Krispie, carrot treats, Ostara Easter baskets made with either real stuff or vegan chocolate, as well as dinners that are family suitable. I will have recipes that are just regular food, and then I will have vegan Ostara recipes too. And I think a couple on both are gluten-free. So, and then books to help with the younger children. I have, this one's one of my favorite. I feel like this one can be used for all ages until you get to be like a teenager. So it's called The New Beginning, Celebrating the Spring Equinox. I know I've talked about this series so many times. What I really like about it, and I think I say this every time, is that it talks about what the spring equinox is in scientific terms. It talks about what it's doing to the planet. It talks, like here, and then it has all the different Sabbats. And then it talks about various traditions throughout the world for the spring equinox and at that time period, which I like. And then they always have some type of recipes or crafts that you can do. Like here they have Chinese New Year's paper lanterns, but it's a little late for the Chinese New Year, at least for this year. And then where you can grow and plant your own seeds, mashed potato Easter eggs, and a bunch of other things like making colorful kites. So I really love this series. It has various Sabbats. Highly recommend. For the really little ones, you can get these books that come out around Easter that don't really say Easter on them, but have all the animals. This is so cute. I actually just picked this up randomly today. It's called Cheep. So this is for kids younger than my daughter, who's about to turn 3, but she really wanted it because it's fuzzy and she loves animals. But it has various animals that come out in spring and summer, so that was cool. This is called Abracadabra. It's spring, and they get to, it says like what it was, the weather was just like, and then you turn it, and boom, now the birds are there. I think it's kind of cool. My daughter loves that one. And then we are really into, what's it called? Farmers markets and gardening and all that kind of stuff. So this one is about a day at the farmer's market, and it's all done in poetry. So I think that's kind of cool. And then other pagan-related books for spring equinox, spring, Ostara, that I've either read, have just not with me, or have heard very good reviews on. Spring equinox, the greening of the earth. That was probably the most often one I would see during research, and that has the best reviews. The Sunchildren, a seasonal Thanksgiving for families of the earth, celebrating spring equinox. Spring Sprung, I love that one. That goes along with a different book that I talked about during autumn. It's from the same series. I love it. The only problem is that because I don't think they make them anymore, they are a little on the pricier side, but you might always get lucky and find them used or something like that. Rabbit's Good News, Rupert's Tales, The Wheel of the Year, which includes Samhain, Yule, Imbolc, and Ostara, and more. So those are just a few ideas. There's so much more that you can go and do. I will have the list of books written in the description below as well. And I hope you all have a great spring equinox, Ostara, this coming week. And I hope you all have a wonderful new moon, which just happens to be on St. Patrick's Day, which I was going to make a video on St. Patrick's Day because, you know, we are the snakes that he got out of Ireland. But have a great new moon. And let's see. Oh, Mercury retrograde's coming up too. But that's all. I hope you all got something out of this. If you have more ideas for Ostara or the spring equinox, please put them below. And until next time, I love you all. Have wonderful Sabbath and new moon. And see you next time. Blessed be.